Are you in a rush, on a budget, or creative? Well, I'm all of the above, and luckily for you, today I am showing you guys some DIY gifts that people actually are going to want. They're very Pinterest inspired, very cutesy, and very doable. We're going to start off with these DIY bookmarks. It's very simple. You just need paper and scissors. You need something to draw with, and first you're going to cut out the shape of your bookmark. I used a mini ruler to help me with straight lines and kind of base the size off of. This is some Pinterest inspo that I used. Then these are my coloring supplies, and then you're going to want to pick your designs. Here's one of mine. This one isn't my best one, but it's definitely a fun design. This one is one of my favorites. It's a little cherry moment, and for some reason there's pearls at the bottom. But then I made a little gingham background, which did take a hot minute, but it was so worth it. I think it might be my favorite one, if not the one after this, out of all the bookmarks I made. I made 2 sets. The one I'm showing you guys is the ones I made for my friend, and I'm also making another set for my dad, which don't tell him. Does anyone else have to have their other hand in the weirdest ways while they're drawing? I've never noticed it in other people, but it's really annoying me while editing this because it just looks so weird, and I've tried to not do it, but I need something to keep the paper stable, so I just always have my whole hand just sitting there. Here's all 3 of them done. Then you're just gonna go with tape to have that kind of shiny effect. I didn't really care for the shiny effect too much. I just wanted the paper to be protected. And on Pinterest, I saw someone with lace, so I decided to put fabric cutouts. I don't know, it looks weird from the back, so you should definitely put a cover in the back, but I think it ended up pretty decent. Next up are some jewelry holders. The first one I did was the hibiscus flowered, which a lot of the footage is gone. I don't know why, but here's me painting it. This one definitely took a while to mold, and it was very messy. My hands looked so disgusting. You're gonna see it for the other one, but yeah, I don't really know. You just mold it to the shape of a flower and make sure you make the borders thick enough for it to be a holder. This is the heart one that I also made for my friend, and this one's kind of more distinctly a container. I kind of really freestyled this one. I was gonna do another hibiscus one, but I decided to switch it up. I added on a bow, and I carved her initial into it, and this is me making the lid and painting it. The sponge came in handy a lot with distributing. Oh, high forehead. Hey. I repainted the walls so many times because I just kept wanting it lighter and lighter, so it was probably pretty thick at the end. I think this was my last detail before I went in with the Mod Podge to make it shiny and new. And then I was done. Here's me, I think this is me doing, oh no, this is me painting the lid. Oops. Okay, finished product, yay. Next up, I don't have too much footage for because I'm not done with it, but it's just a crochet infinity scarf. Obviously, you'll have to learn how to crochet for this, but if you do, it's pretty easy. But this one is a DIY t-shirt that I used Pinterest for. I saw a kind of similar design to what I was thinking, so I took embarrassingly long trying to freestyle the cross, but I printed out and traced, and that helped. So I cut out the fabric and just basically hand sewed it on because it would have been kind of a hassle to get a t-shirt on the sewing machine. Sorry, this clip is so blurry, I don't know why, and also the shirt looks really polyester, but I swear it's not. It's actually kind of rough. So yeah, this is me hand sewing it on. Okay, this is where we're at. I realize it's a little bit crooked, but guess what? It's not gonna matter once I cut the neckline. So I'm gonna start by cutting just the collar, try it on, and then cut what's needed. Okay, so this is it right now. It definitely needs a little bit more cutting. So literally the teensiest bit more. Okay, so this is where we're at. It's like okay. It's not a ton of like room, but I decided that I'm just gonna leave it like this, and I'm gonna make my sister try it on when I give it to her, and then we can go from there. I didn't sew up the front, so this one I'm really excited for. It's a quilt tote bag. I got these little fabric squares from Amazon. They were super duper cheap, and this is me selecting which ones to use. It did take me a while to like let go of the ones that I actually found cute because I wanted to keep them, but I was like, okay, I bought them for this gift, so let me just go all out. This is me trying to map it out to fit the tote bag. And basically you can do this hand sewing or sewing machine. I did both. I used a sewing machine. This is when I did it wrong. And then this is when I did it right. So basically I would just sew together each pair of 2 and then sew them together to make a whole row of 4. I switched the format to look like this so that all sides of the front would be covered. So this is me combining the rows to finally make the big one square. Y'all do not understand how proud I felt of this little square because I felt so like professional. Anyways, this is me trying to manhandle the tote bag and sew it together because I had to hand sew it, but it was so difficult to get through the layers.